Hello everyone, we are currently in Plovdiv. It's the oldest city in Europe. But how did we got here? You already saw us cycling to Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria. And first you're gonna see some impressions from Sofia, and then we cycled in 2 days here to Plovdiv. Across the street from the central Sofia market hall is the BASHI mosque. It was designed by the famous Ottoman architect Mimar Sinan and completed in 1566. The Sofia Central Mineral Bath was built in the early 20th century. Near the drinking fountains is the statue of Apollo MEDICUS. The remains of ancient SERDICA were discovered from 2010 till 2012 during construction works. Some of the ruins are free to visit. Back then, in the 4th century AD, they already had a heating system in the house. The statue of SVETA Sofia was erected in 2000. It stands in a spot once occupied by the statue of Lenin. She is adorned with the symbols of power, crown, fame, wrath, and wisdom, owl. Inside this building is also something very special. Let's go inside. It is the Church of St. George. It was built in the early 4th century as Roman bath. It is considered to be the oldest building in Sofia. The Alexander Nevsky Cathedral is a Bulgarian Orthodox cathedral. It is the largest cathedral in the Balkans. It can hold 5,000 people. We also went to the National Archaeological Museum. These are my 3 favorite things from this museum. Now it's time to leave Sofia. Well, and here the bicycle lane disappeared. Can we continue to cycle here? It's a dead end for us. So let's go back to the street. by Sophia statue. We are back on a cycling path, and now we are on a big road, and now a small road. We saw a German flag, and it was actually here where we reached our highest point so far of this trip. It was around 870 meters above sea level. On our way to a lake, we met a cyclist from France. We decided to camp next to each other. It also was a nice place to see the Milky Way galaxy. Today will be a long cycling day, and it also will be very hot today. We saw our first sign to Istanbul, but today we are cycling to Plovdiv. But at first we have to get across this hill. For the rest of the day, we now just have to cycle downhill. We have to be careful for potholes. If you are interested in the exact route we took, you can check out our Komoot profile. Or you can check out our blog. Both links are in the description. We saw another cyclist. Oh, and the road condition got better. Then we had our lunch break. For the rest of the day, the road looked a lot like this. Now we have made it to Plovdiv. This day was a very special day for Matthias. He successfully defended his doctorate thesis. Then we did some sightseeing in Plovdiv. The forum was discovered in 1971 during the construction of the central post office building. Plovdiv is Europe's oldest city, so there are many things to discover. The Stadium of Philippopolis is an ancient Roman stadium built in the 2nd century AD. The stadium could seat up to 13,000 spectators. It was discovered in 1923. The Zumaya Mosque was built in 1363 after the conquest of Plovdiv by the Ottoman army. This is the entrance to the Roman theatre of Philippopolis. The Roman theatre is one of the world's best preserved ancient Roman theatres. It was constructed in the 1st century AD. It was discovered in the late 1960s. It can host around 6,000 spectators and is currently in use. There was currently a rehearsal. The Lamartine House was built in 1830. It is one of the most beautiful symmetrical houses in the old city. Notice that there is now a tunnel built under the Roman theatre. We left Plovdiv early in the morning. We had no hills on this day to cycle, except the one hill before the town we wanted to stay. We have noticed that this town has the tallest statue of the Virgin Mary with the infant Jesus in the world. And this is what we had for dinner. We continued cycling. This was our last full day cycling in Bulgaria. These days we have temperatures almost up to 40 degrees Celsius. Yes, only 2 kilometers to go. Oh wait, now it's 3 kilometers. Okay, now it's 2 kilometers again. And our camping spot is only 1 kilometer away. Yoo-hoo! By the way, those library signs can be seen everywhere in Bulgaria, no matter how small the city or village is. We arrived at our campsite. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time when we cycle through Greece.